Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Ceres. Ceres is the Roman goddess of agriculture, equivalent to the Greek goddess Demeter. The name ultimately comes from the Proto-Indo-European root **kur, meaning to grow, and etymology apropos for a crop goddess. The Romans borrowed their goddess Ceres from the Greek Demeter circa the 5th century BC. Although it seems the ancient Etruscans worshipped some earlier form of her. She is also often connected to Terra, the first Roman goddess of the earth, Greek, Gaia. For obvious reasons, a goddess who presided over the food source was of paramount importance to people of the ancient world, so offerings and sacrifices were made to Ceres at the time of sowing and harvesting, not to mention a huge annual 7-day springtime festival, Cerealia, was held in her honor. She was credited with the discovery of wheat, from her we get the word cereal, and the invention of the plow. She alone controlled, nourished and protected the crops. Needless to say, her cult was critical to the people of Rome. Ceres was also regarded as the goddess of human fertility, and she presided over marriages and funerals. She was a maternal goddess who oversaw the transition of little girls into womanhood and motherhood. The cult of Ceres was strongest among the plebeian classes who represented the farmers and food cultivators, and her earthly home was in Sicily, from where much of Rome's grain was imported. Her importance was eventually wiped out when the Roman Empire officially converted to Christianity and all pagan cults were abolished. Still, she remains with us in history, literature, and the arts. Even a celestial dwarf planet is named after her. Her image is featured prominently on Missouri and Vermont state buildings as a reminder of their historical economic dependencies on agriculture. Ceres appears on the seal of New Jersey, and her statue stands on the top of the Chicago Board of Trade building, inside which the trading of agricultural commodities takes place. Due to Ceres' origins as a pagan goddess, her name did not survive beyond antiquity. Juno, Venus, Aurora, Luna, Minerva, and Diana are other Roman goddesses who come to mind. It wasn't until after the Renaissance in the late Middle Ages when people began to reconsider these classical names. With the exception of Diana, however, most are still extremely rare and considered much too exotic for the average Western palate. Personality of the girl named Ceres. The number 5 personality loves the excitement of life and can easily adapt to all situations. As natural adventurers, these personalities thrive on the new and unexpected and prefer to be in constant motion. It makes them feel alive. They'll stir up some action if there's not enough around, and as inherent risk takers, they enjoy pushing the envelope. Naturally rebellious, the 5 personality has no fear and never resists change. Traveling and new experiences feed their souls. 5s are very social and attract friends with ease. People love to be around the 5 fun-loving and exciting energy. This is also a lucky number in numerology, like the 3s, so fortune seems to shine on them, helped along by their own optimism and good nature. 5s have a quick wit, a cerebral mind, and are generally very persuasive. Popularity of the girl named Ceres. While we had a lot to say about Ceres in our etymology/historical section above, there's not much we can say here about the name's usage and popularity. Ceres has never been used with enough frequency in the US to even make the charts. Not once. Not even in 1 year in the past 130+ years. Needless to say, Ceres is a rarely used name in America, and elsewhere for that matter. Still, we wanted to add it to our list for parental consideration for the following reasons. 1. The name has a very positive meaning, to grow. 2. The name has a very interesting and ancient history rooted in Western mythological traditions. 3. The name sounds original but not too over-the-top exotic. And 4. It's totally unique. We get a strong sense of this name being a protector and a provider. What better notions with which to send your baby daughters out into the world? Quick facts on Ceres. Gender, girl. Origin, Latin. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Sairis. Simple meaning, to grow. Characteristics of Ceres: adventurous, intellectual, progressive, freedom-loving, adaptable, easygoing, sensual. Cultural references to the baby name, Ceres. Literary characters of the baby name Ceres. Roman mythologies surrounding Ceres were entirely pilfered from the Greeks. The Romans gave Ceres a daughter by Jupiter named Proserpina, just as Demeter was the mother of Persephone by Zeus in Greek tradition. In one of the most well-known mythological tales, Pluto, god of the underworld, having been hit by Cupid's arrow, sees the beautiful Proserpina among a field of flowers in Sicily. Instantly enraptured by the girl, Pluto kidnaps her and takes her to the underworld. Discovering her daughter is missing, Ceres goes on a desperate quest to find her. Unsuccessful and grief-stricken, the goddess angrily halts food production. Jupiter is forced to appeal to Pluto, demanding that Proserpina be returned to her mother. However, before she is able to leave the underworld, Pluto cleverly gives the girl a handful of pomegranate seeds. Because Proserpina ate the food of the dead, she could never completely dwell among the living and was henceforth required to return to the underworld 4 months of the year. The story serves to explain the changing of the seasons. When Proserpina is with her mother, all plant life flourishes. When she returns to Pluto, the crops won't grow.